Assalamu alaikum guys, and welcome to another episode of Smile to Jannah. I'm sure you're aware of what's going on in the United States, more specifically the attacks that have taken place in the United States. You're probably on the one hand hearing what the mainstream is saying, but on the other hand, if you look at social medias like X, there is a lot of insider information coming out that may not necessarily be available to you guys on the other platforms that you're probably on, or maybe you just don't have time to go through everything. So I thought I would update you with some of the things that are being mentioned about these two attacks that you won't necessarily hear about in the mainstream news. Let's start off with the Tesla Cybertruck that exploded outside Trump Tower. The driver was a white individual, that's why they didn't call him the T word. He blew himself up as well as the car, and that's why you didn't and you wouldn't see in the headline or even in the main body of the article that it was a suicide attack. Obviously I can't say the actual word, otherwise the video might get shadow banned. So it was also, as you can tell from his LinkedIn profile, he was United States Special Forces. What is this? Then an intelligence manager as well. As I'm sure you can imagine, a lot of people have a lot of questions. A military man renting a Tesla Cybertruck, him blowing himself and it up outside Trump Tower, and all of this happening 2,000 miles away from the actual attack that we have been hearing a lot about, which was an individual called Shamsudin, who was ironically from the same military base as our Tesla Cybertruck guy. And this individual ran over dozens of people, killing many of course, and again footage has emerged of him admitting that he too was from the military.
So I'm born and raised in Beaumont, Texas, and now live in Houston, and I've been here all my life. With the exception of traveling for the military, where I spent 10 years.
Here is a picture of him in the military, and here is a screenshot of a document or documentation of his aliases. Let's have a look at his alleged aliases. One is Sham. The Indians are quick to say this is a name used by Indians. The other one, Eli. No two guesses where that name is from. Of course, it's used amongst the Israelis. And the cherry on the cake, people from his community have come out saying, you claim he's from Houston, Texas, but I nor anyone in the community who have been asked knows who this guy is or have seen him around. And they also mentioned that at the back of his truck they found an ISIS flag. Hang on a minute, because the new president of the United States, Donald Trump, said this about ISIS.
ISIS is honoring President Obama. He is the founder of ISIS. He's the founder of ISIS.
And we also know he wasn't the only one that thought this. Julian Assange also believed that America, more specifically CIA, created ISIS. And as all of this is going on, you have people like Randy Fine. This guy, probably Randy, but he's definitely not fine. He is Jewish, as you can see on his profile. He is a Jewish state senator of Florida. And what did he tweet when this happened? He called it Muslim terror. Oh yes. And he went on to call it a Muslim problem. So he was using this to have an unhinged rant on X to try and get more votes from his conservative lot. So both having rented cars, both doing it around about a similar time, and both having extensive experience within the US Army. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the reason a lot of people are not only talking about the attack, but questioning a lot of the details, the motives, and even the reporting that we are seeing. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments, and we shall have a look, because of course the story is still developing, and that's why I just gave you what I saw. You guys can make up your own minds about this, and maybe as the story progresses we're gonna find out more and more. Let's leave it there guys. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum.